This is my cousin, Wendy Palmer. She played for the WNBA for quite a while. Was it 11 years? 11 years for the WNBA. And now she is a coach at UNC Greensboro for women's basketball. And so without further ado, Wendy is going to talk to you about lessons from a champion.
Well, it's right there. I'm a coach, so my voice is probably going to carry, and I'm going to do a lot of walking around. That's just what I do. Karika didn't allow me to get my coach's walk on, get my head together, so you guys will have to witness it a little bit. Lessons from a champion. The lesson that I want to share with you today, I didn't learn until I was 33, going through a divorce, retiring out of the WNBA in a couple of years, and that is to be authentic me, uniquely me, to my own self, be true. I just talked to someone, I was like, I would not want to grow up in this time period that you all are growing up in. You all are forever connected to your phones. I have to be, I don't like it, but you are connected to your phones. You have a lot of pressures from society to be the in crowd, be in the in crowd, be popular. You want to be liked. You have to forge your own path. It is okay to be different. It's okay to be uniquely you. Why would you want to be like someone else? Does that make any sense? Like, why would you want to be like, reality TV has done us an injustice, because that's not life. It's not life. You all are growing up wanting to be in a certain group so that you can be accepted, but you don't have to be accepted. Be willing to stand alone. Now, I, like you, I had self-esteem problems. I was 6'2" in the 8th grade. Thankfully, I didn't grow anymore. But being 6'2", when it wasn't popular to be tall, and I was wearing my, it's interesting, because now the kids, they're coming back in style. They were not in style in size 11 when I was coming through in the late 80s and 90s. But that's what I wore. My grandmother, I've come from a family of tall women. My great aunt was 6'6". My great grandfather was 6'5". That's where we get it from. My grandmother was 6'1". My aunt was 6 foot. But I found myself walking like this all the time. Because when I wasn't with them on the farm, which it was just normal to be around them, most of the times I was with my peers. So everyone was short. So I wanted to be like them. I struggled. But now you see so many different people. You see so many different sizes. This whole quest to be a size 0. Be uniquely you. The only thing I would say about size is just be healthy. And you can be a size 5 and healthy and a size 16 and be healthy. There's no norms. Don't feel like you have to fit in to be accepted. So, did y'all get what I said out of that? Be healthy. Be healthy. Okay? And stop trying to be like everyone else, because it's only going to set you back. So now, at the ripe age of 41, I'm living life as my authentic self. I'm very different. They were laughing at me because they were like, "Where's Wendy? Where's Wendy?" It's like, "Where's Waldo?" I'm always in the corner. When I'm not speaking, and it took me a while to understand who I was. I am a huge introvert. Couldn't believe that, huh? I would rather be in a little cubby hole, reading a book, than in a group. I'm not a social butterfly. I'd rather just be to myself. But for a long time, I struggled with that. Because when I was in situations like this, and I had to be on, just like a light switch, I had to be on, afterwards I was exhausted. Sometimes when I would leave, I would feel the room closing in on me. And I just couldn't get to the door quick enough. It took me a while to figure out that I was an introvert. But because of my profession, I can't be an introvert. I couldn't be an introvert on the court. And people often said I was mean. I don't really know where they're getting that from. But I was definitely a different athlete than I was a person. Okay, so I was mean. I was a fierce competitor. Honestly, I wanted to rip somebody's heart out on the court. So that's just me being true, because I just love the feel of competition. I always wanted to win. I didn't believe in, oh, I got second place. There was only one winner. So that was who I was as a player, as an athlete. But off the court, I was very, very different. A lot of times in this world, people live fancy lifestyles. I'm a country girl at heart. I drive a 1986 beat-up Chevrolet truck. I have a 1979 convertible Volkswagen. That is not what you would think a head coach or a former pro athlete would drive, right? Do you?
Yeah.
Not at all. And I feel like $1 million in my truck. And my book. But my parents made me get something that I could, you just need to be able to get in something and go. It sits half the time, and that's fine. But I'm being who I am, and people always say, well, what did you drive? That? Why are you driving that? Well, there was a point in my life that I was concerned with what people thought about me. I am no longer concerned with what people think about me. Because I'm living what?
Your life.
My authentic life. This is who I am. I have embraced the fact that I am very uniquely different. If I'm not working, if I'm not out speaking, if I'm not helping the young ladies that I have the blessing to be able to coach, you probably find me in a junkyard or a camping ground, hiking. I love to build old cars. I like to restore cars. So a junkyard is like the mall for some people. I love it. It may be old to other people, but it's new to me. And then comes the task of, how can I put this on this vehicle and make it new again? So what I learned was, I'm a builder. That's strange. That's very, very different than what you would think that I would be, right? It's so easy just to go get another car, or, okay, so I can just order that part online, but I am a builder. Just as I'm a builder of old cars, I'm a builder of young women. I didn't always want to be a coach. In fact, that was the furthest thing from my mind. I did not want to put somebody else through what I put my coaches through. And it happened. Wasn't trying, got a call. Some people don't take the job of coaching young ladies very seriously. I have the best job in the world. Not because I get to wear sweats every day. Not because I make my own hours. But because I have the ability to affect the future one young lady at a time. See, coaching basketball is only 10% of what I do on a daily basis. I would love to just worry about basketball more. But I'm a lot of things to my young ladies. Aunt, mother, friend, coach, tutor, disciplinarian. I wear many hats on a day-to-day basis. Now, I was connected to my phone sitting back there because it was work. And when they call, no matter what time of night, I'm there. But I love it. I don't physically have any kids. One day I hope to have a child. But until then, my legacy will live on in the young ladies that I have the chance to inspire on a daily basis. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with, right now I don't have kids. I may or may not have kids. It all depends on what God wants for me. But every day I get to talk and interact with young ladies. And it just doesn't stop with my young ladies. I got on a men's basketball player the other day in front of my boss, and she was like, well, what was that about? I was like, he was slacking in school this summer. He has to get it together. He has big plans, but his big plans mean nothing if his grades are not good. He was like, huh. Well, yeah, that's true. But just because I coach women, young women, it's the youth that I care about. Helping you all navigate the muddy waters that you're going through right now. Be uniquely you. Explore the things that you like. It's okay to be different. It's okay to want to be a park ranger. That was one of my things I wanted to do too, but yeah, my academic advisor didn't push me in that field at Virginia. I majored in history. But that's still a part of me that I enjoy. And now the state park that I go to now, they're, hey, Wendy, you back? Yep, I'm in cabin 7. So it's okay, and I'm okay being different. You have to be okay being different. Why would you want to be like anyone else in this room or anyone else in the world? In the times of fake this, fake that, why? You do not have to please anyone but yourself. Now, your parents too. So don't think I'm letting you off the hook with that. Be respectful. But this is a very pivotal time in your life. You need to get to know who you are. You need to gain a better understanding of who you are. You have middle school, high school, and college. Most people think, oh, in college I'm going to find out who I am. And that's true. But you can do the work now. Start now. Find out who you are. And be confident in that. Walk upright, dare to be great, and be courageous. It's only one of you in this entire world, unless there were some twins in here. Twins. Now, you are definitely a blessing and fortunate. But you're still very different. You're still very different. And you have your own path to forge. I think the world is better off if it didn't have two of me, so that's a good thing. But you're still very different. You have to be okay being different, and I encourage you to find who you are now. Now, it could take you to 25, it could take you to 30, but start now. I didn't start at your age. I was so concerned with what everyone thought of me, trying to please people, and I even did it as a professional athlete. I don't have a problem having the hard conversations now. I don't have a problem saying no. I don't have a problem with saying, I disagree with you, and I'm okay with disagreeing. This is who I am. I am perfect and wonderfully made as I am, Wendy Palmer, the junkyard phenom, the basketball coach. I didn't wear heels until I was going through my divorce. And you know why? Not I wanted to, because a lot of my friends were wearing heels. But because a comment was made, you don't need to be taller than I am. I'm sorry. I went out and bought the highest heels possible. Could not walk in them, struggled. So I got a broom and I had some hardwood floors and I just started cleaning my house because I was determined to walk in those heels. I look for the highest heels now. And I walk in them. And to some people it's like, oh, you're 6'2", why are you wearing heels? Because it shows me that I am being true to myself. I embrace my height. I would not let anyone talk bad about my height. This is who I am. It's only one of me. And the higher the heel, the better the strut. It took a lot of practice. I'm not going to tell you how many times I failed, but I failed in my own home so no one saw it. But in that failure, there was determination. I got back up. I got back up. And figuring out who you're going to be, you're going to fail. Failure is okay. The only time failure is not good is when you quit. And I don't believe in quitting. With failure comes growth and persistence. Get back up. Don't allow what you perceive, okay, I stand before you as all the stuff I wouldn't let my cousin read about me because that stuff doesn't matter. And And so, at such an impressionable age, you all think that you have to be one of the Kardashians. I don't know which one you would want to be, but one of the Kardashians, the love and hip hop stuff. I know I'm butchering all of this, right? Because I can't really even remember it. You don't have to be them. That stuff doesn't matter. What matters is who you are and who you want to be and who you aspire to be and who you want to impress your legacy on in this world. There is somebody watching each and every one of you right now. You may not know it, but somebody is looking up to you. It could be a little cousin. It could be, sometimes it's even adults. Be true to who you are. Find out who you are. Ask yourself the hard questions. And be okay with going through to figure out who you are. I know y'all know how a diamond is made. Do you? Who knows how a diamond is made? Be confident. How's a diamond made?
Press between a hard place. Piece of coals from a hard place.
Mm-hmm. It's a piece of coal, and it endures a lot of pressure. And then all of a sudden, it's what we all want. And ironically enough, now people want black diamonds. I think they're pretty cool. I really don't want a clear diamond. But at one point, a black diamond wasn't cool. My favorite flower is the lotus. Who knows the story of a lotus flower? All right, I'm going to tell you. Because I look at myself as a lotus flower. A lotus flower starts at the bottom of murky, dark water. Wouldn't think anything could live down there. But it pushes its way, and it grows, and it endures cold, hot, dark. And it keeps coming up to the light. When it gets to the light, it blossoms. And when it gets to the top of the water, this dirty, murky water, it is a beautiful flower to behold. We all have things and circumstances that we have gone through, are going through, and will go through in this life. But your misfortune is not your destiny. Your misfortune is not your destiny. That is not who you're going to be. Allow yourself to continue to grow and endure these hardships so that you can blossom and be your true, authentic self. Okay? That's what I want to leave with you today. Be your true, authentic self. Do you guys have any questions? Hi. What? You're going to have to stand up and tell me your name.
My name is Taffy Lagarde. I'm a 10th grader at Wendy Palmer Leadership Academy. And if you want to answer, but what was, I guess, your defining moment that made you realize that you wanted to start being your true authentic self?
The pressure of trying, well, the divorce, retiring, but it literally one day I was on my way to work and I was like, I want to stop trying to please everybody. This is who I am, and I'm going to embrace it. I only have one life. So that was around 33. 33.
My name is Raleigh Healing. I'm a senior this year at Warren Tech High. And I have a question. So it's kind of like a question and like a question of advice, kind of. So I'm thinking about playing basketball this year, even though it's my senior year. And I haven't played, but I was thinking about it since I was in 9th grade. But I kind of was like, but you know, but I'm thinking about playing. Like, do you have any advice?
Play. Why are you thinking about it? So you've wasted your, what, 9th, 10th, and 11th. You are only in high school one time. Play and have fun. And don't put pressure on yourself to be great. Go out there and have fun. That's what playing basketball in high school is all about. And even in the pros. That's my advice. Play. Don't waste another second.
My name is Rosalind Wilkinson, and I go to West Raleigh High School in Statesville. And what was your best piece of advice that you got from somebody who actually knew who the real you was?
That would have to be my 7th, 8th, and 9th grade volleyball coach, and she would always tell me I was enough. You're welcome. Yes.
My name is Hannah Will, and I go to Currituck County High School. I'm going into my 12th year. My question for you is, why are you so geared towards the youth? Since you said earlier with the previous question that you decided that you found out who your true you was when you were 30, so why not help people that were kind of in your situation? Why are you more geared to people our age, the younger people?
Because as I look back on my life, I see where people poured into me and was trying to get me to that point. And I do mentor adults as well. But my passion is because I went through a lot as a teenager, and a lot I don't share and I don't talk about. But I went through some really, really dark times. And it's interesting, I can look into young ladies' eyes and I can see their pain. Don't know if that's right or wrong, but I'm just passionate about helping young ladies overcome their misfortunes and pain. And I mean, it could be something like, my great aunt told me I was the ugliest child my parents ever had. Now, they say older people say what they want to say. They do. But I carried that probably until about 3 years ago. And she is long past. So the power of words, I don't think people understand. And the darkness that I went through with that, I don't want anyone else to go through that, and I want to be able to help them. Because a lot of times we hide our voice, we push our pain so far inside that there are people right around us that's crying for help, but because we haven't dealt with ourselves, we can't help anyone else. And that's a tragedy. Any other questions? Yes.
Hi, my name is Lisa Strasner. I am from Dudley, in Greensboro, North Carolina. And I just wanted to see if you could give me a contact information.
Absolutely. I will give you my contact, and that goes for anyone. I will give you my contact. I will always be here. Most people don't do that, but I'm passionate about what I do. I love inspiring young ladies and adults the same. And I just dare you to be great. You can be great at anything. I'm looking for a woman in the White House. So it may be one of you all. Let's get it done. I'm ready to put in my vote. Anything else?
You gotta check out her shoes. They are awful.
Oh, you want me to strut around? The floor is uneven, so if I tumble, I'm going to get right back up. Anything else? Yes.
How did you go through high school and middle school being so tall?
It was rough.
But how did you get through it? Because I'm 5'7", and I've had to deal with people telling me, oh, you're supposed to be on the basketball team, you're so tall, but yet I don't play basketball. That's not me.
And you don't have to play basketball. For me, I poured myself into sports. That was my out. I was like any of you all had crushes on guys and and then he just look at me and go, whatever. And you're just like, but I just poured myself into sports. Not only sports, I was drum major. I was student body president. I was always, looking back, I was always in positions of leadership, French clubs, Kiwanettes, all of that. So I just got involved in a lot of different things to keep me away from the sadness, the frustration, the low self-esteem, which all I did was put it off to college, then to my young adult life. But I just stayed busy. And what I didn't tell you is, don't worry about the critics. Okay, so in a phrase that y'all can understand, haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate. I knew y'all would understand that, but There's always going to be somebody trying to break you down, talk about you, put you in a box. Use that as motivation. There are so many people that told me that I couldn't go to UVA and graduate in 4 years, that I was never going to be a pro athlete, that I was never going to be a head coach. And I just use it as motivation. The more you talk about me, makes me feel good because I'm staying on your mind. And it's something about me. Most people hate you, or haters gonna hate, because they're jealous. And they really want to be like you. So don't worry about the critics. Silence them with taking care of your business and being uniquely you. If they take the time to talk about you, it's because they envy you. And it's something about you that they really like and wish they could, be more like you.